Let's alleviate that chronic migraine pain without traditional medicine. I'm Baba Sam, the Miracle Man, and I'm a former chronic migraine sufferer. Let's talk about this. I remember the migraines that I would have would be really debilitating. Sometimes we would get the aura, sometimes we get pins and needles. It was just a mess. And there was really no relief coming for me at this time. Barbiturates and some other medications, but nothing really took it away until Imitrex came along. Then when Imitrex came along, I would give myself that injection in the leg. Then eventually came in the pills and some other medications that I took that worked, but I would still end up in the ER at least once every other month with a migraine because the medicines didn't do anything. It was really hell on earth dealing with this chronic migraine pain, and I don't deal with that anymore. So what changed? What happened? Well, basically, I learned to relax and remember who I really am. And this may make no sense to you. This would make no sense to me 20, 30 years ago when I was dealing with all this stuff of migraines, multiple sclerosis, and a bunch of other things that I no longer have because I remembered who I really was. And I began with a simple 5 minute a day practice. I read that meditation brings inner peace. I'm like, I need inner peace. I'm so stressed out. I'm so overwhelmed with life. I need inner peace. I had no concept of healing myself, of getting rid of my migraines, none of that. I simply wanted peace. So I read about meditation. I thought meditation means you stop thinking. So I started my simple meditation practice. The mind would start thinking. I would say, stop thinking. The mind would start thinking. I would go, stop thinking. Mind thinking, stop thinking, in this endless loop. Then one day, I guess within a week or two of this, I was like, wait a second. That's a thought chasing a thought. I'm just keeping stuck in this thought loop. So then I realized I'm not my thoughts. If I'm aware of my thoughts, I'm not my thoughts. So I'm the awareness of the thoughts. But then I was sitting there, okay, if I'm not my thoughts, who am I? So I just sat with that question, well, who am I if I'm not my thoughts, my beliefs, my opinions, the migraines, the MS, the bipolar, like this identity? If I'm not this identity, then who am I? So I sat with that. And then within a couple weeks, I heard my intuitive voice or some kind of voice say perfect spirit. I'm like, that's it. My spirit is perfect. Your spirit is perfect. It's simply the body and the mind that are damaged, but the spirit is fine. So then I simply knew, I'm spirit. Then all sense of fear just simply dropped away. That's the best way I can explain it. All the worry, all the stress just simply dropped away after having that knowing that I am spirit. Then my health challenges did go away because real healing, if you will, the real cure, if you will, is within you, the spirit, the soul, the consciousness that is untouched by the human experience. That's why I have a very specific background behind me. The clouds, you can think of the clouds as the pain, the migraines. This pain, this suffering is all the clouds, like the storm comes in. But we are the sky, the unchanging sky, the consciousness, the spirit, the soul, who is not disturbed by the clouds. The sky is always here, will always exist. And our energy of consciousness will always exist. So this is how I help individuals today, is by helping them get rid of all this busyness of the mind, the overthinking, the stress, like, why is this happening to me, trying to figure things out. We need to go beyond all of that. And I have a few ways I do this. And one way, like I'm having this workshop tonight about healing yourself without trying, minutes to miracles, where it's going to be a channeled event where I channel this healing energy to them that quiets their mind and helps them remember that they are spirit, that they are soul. And from the level of spirit, soul, consciousness, all things are possible. This is how we create miracles, by going within and going beyond all this crazy busyness that we have, that we can alleviate any condition by creating miracles. And we have the power to create miracles within us because we are spirit connected to all that is. So we need to learn how to relax. My process was simply 5 minutes a day. Mind thinking, where are my feet? Mind thinking, where are my feet? Because I was no longer chasing thoughts. So when the mind would get busy, I would engage my senses back to this moment. For me, it was my feet. It could be your hands. It could be your breath. It could be anything that's here in this moment because all of our power is here in this moment. And we're lost in thoughts. We are not here. We are not fully present. We are actually in a disempowered state. And a disempowered state has a weakened immune system, more susceptible to pain, to illness, to discomfort of life. So simply relax and remember who you are. And I also have the Vibrant Soul Society, which we can think of this as soul school, going beyond the mind and into who we really are. And I make this affordable to everyone, where I have frequent healing events, a few a month, and beyond head trash classes, in addition to intuitive readings. Sometimes we need some clarity on how to move forward in life. So I do that as well. But I suffered for 40 years. You don't need to suffer anymore. There's a way out by creating that miracle that you need. You have this power to create miracles by remembering and knowing beyond doubt. It's not an intellectual understanding that your spirit, that your soul, but having that direct experience. And this is what I offer, a direct experience. And most people report a peace that they have never felt before. For you are the peace. That is the true you. Your spirit is neutral. It's not attached to this pain one way or the other. The pain's here for a reason, to help you remember who you really are. And the pain will stay in place as long as you stay in separation of who you really are. All right, I think that's enough for today. Drop some comments below. Thanks for your subscribes. And I'll see you inside the Vibrant Soul Society.